Hello, and you're welcome to another Saturday news review on NT Lagos Channel 10. Hi, I'm Oluwabukola Akonde. Here is the news and details. No action is too little or too much to wage war against climate change, including preservation of underwater life. Little wonder the United Nations took the bold step of celebrating World Seagrass Day to promote and facilitate actions toward the conservation of these vital marine treasures, given their role in enhancing the ecosystem. Mina Daniels reports that the need to protect seagrasses as the word marks the day. The report.
Seagrasses, one of the world's most vital ecosystems. But the big question might be, how does seagrasses contribute to biodiversity? Let's find out.
They are leaf-like organisms that are submerged in brackish and marine environments. And there are different types. You have the eel grass, you have the turtle, and they are nesting grounds for shellfishes, finfishes, macrophytes, and a lot of array of biodiversity. The beauty of it is that the crabs and the shrimps are pollination factors that help the seagrass to grow. It's also very important in medicinal purposes. They are used to treat skin disorders, they are used to treat ailments, and they are rich in iron.
Seagrasses are often overlooked, but they play an essential role in the health of oceans and the survival of life on Earth.
They are the major habitat for biodiversity in the sea, and they are the first line of defense against human pollution.
Despite their importance, seagrasses are under threat. Rising sea temperatures, pollution, and coastal development are destroying these ecosystems at an alarming rate.
It is funny that the seagrass awareness is key, because a lot of people are used to seaweed. Seaweed is all over the place, but seagrass is a little bit alien in the ears of people. The theme for this year's World Seagrass Day is grooming the youth and blooming the seagrass. So when you groom the youths and they know the importance of conservation, they know the importance of that ecosystem, then you find out that we can sustainably and rationally exploit that ecosystem for the benefit of mankind.
Everyone must act now to protect these vital habitats before they disappear. The world can restore and protect seagrass meadows through conservation efforts, sustainable practices, and environmental awareness. Society can ensure that these ecosystems continue to thrive for generations to come. Remember, when seagrasses thrive, our planet thrives. In Abuja, Mina Daniels, NTA News.
The APC group Ajanoku Alakoso, Tinubu Lagos State Ambassador in Oshodi local government, has inaugurated special executive council in the party ahead of the 2027 election. Ometara Chedu report that the meeting is to intimate members of the party activities and the way forward. The report.
APC Ajanaku Alakoso, Tinubu Lagos State Ambassador, recounted how President Tinubu's administration has been inclusive and people-oriented. Ajanaku Alakoso, who is also the Babaloja of Oshodi Isolo, the convener, says his team will continue to canvass for more support for the president so that the change agenda will be effective and impactful.
Change your house. You are living in Oshodi, maybe you are living in Alagbado. Make sure you re-register there to prepare for 2027 for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027 agenda. So I'm begging fellow Nigeria, everything is going to be okay. Get your voter card ready. and prepare for 2027.
He mandated the members to continue to give their unflinching support to President by being patriotic, while adding that by so doing, together will make Nigeria a prosperous and a better nation.
I want all Nigeria to give Bola Ahmed Tinubu the second chance for 2027, because a lot of things have already spoiled. He do a lot. See what is happening now. See what is going on now. All this, Nigeria, it will be better.
Some party faithful shared their thoughts.
We are looking at 2027 as if it's far away. Once you sleep and wake up, 2027 is closer. One, don't forget that since we came in, since democracy, some people have been fortunate to be holding positions. Some are not fortunate. Those who are not fortunate to hold positions are still members of the party. They stood by us since 1990 and they said standing. So those kind of people, how do we mobilize them? How do you encourage them? You must at all times get to them. Tell them we don't forget you.
This is a special occasion to encourage people in the party to be prepared for the next coming election. We are also inaugurating Asiwaju 2027.
It was also an opportunity to present party escorts drawn from the ward to members. In Lagos, Ometere Chiedu, NTA News.
Now to the news review. During the week, the federal government flagged off the reconstruction and expansion of the Lagos-Ibadan dual carriageway. While performing the flag off at Shagamu in Ogun State, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, assured that the project would cover underpasses, pedestrian and flyover bridges. Akim Jimo, report.
That was the official flag off of reconstruction work on the Lagos-Ibadan Shagamu Expressway Phase 1. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, acknowledges that the federal government is upgrading and expanding the expressway to reduce man-hour loss, enhance safety, and facilitate ease of doing business in the country. He directed that no payment should be made to contractors without an advanced payment guaranteed certificate and performance bond.
And I want to charge everybody to check the quality of work being done. It's the work of everybody. So I would want everybody to get involved to do this. And we have directed the contractor at the Shagamu roundabout that he should go and they put bumps. From the Peru, where this one, the first 24 is stopping, to Ijabode, the president is committed to completing it.
President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, believes in the strategic importance of the road as the busiest axis that provides a direct link between Lagos and other parts of the country, assuring that it will be completed in 24 months. While noting that the federal government is committed to linking rural routes with urban centers, the president added that this is in alignment with the Renewed Hope agenda and the commitment to rebuilding national road networks for economic prosperity.
His leadership and steadfast vision to positioning Nigeria as a global economic powerhouse are truly commendable and visible. There is no doubt that road infrastructure plays a fundamental role in the socio-economic development of any nation. The inclusion of the Shagamu or the expressway in this space further underscores the Renewed Hope agenda's vision of ensuring that national road network meets international standards and supports our aspirations for economic expansion and industrial development.
Stakeholders expressed gratitude to the federal government for having the people at heart, appealing for the construction of fire stations along the expressway in case of any emergency. From Shagamu in Ogun State, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
Lagos State is on the path to eliminating malaria as cases of the scourge reported in testing facilities continues to drop. This was established when the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu played host to a team of experts from the World Bank Impact Project. Joy Ken Abapoya reports.
Immunization Plus and Malaria Progress by Accelerating Coverage and Transforming Services project are visiting to inform the Lagos State Governor on the progress of the IMPACT project designed to improve access to care, reduce malaria deaths, especially among children, and eliminate the scourge.
And so we have together designed a program to understand exactly what's happening in these pharmacies and PPMVs, to enable supply chains, to oversee them and train them.
Although there's a significant reduction in cases of malaria in Lagos, according to its Ministry of Health, the state's large population and density is keeping the government on its toes as it is set to launch its malaria pre-elimination drive.
We've reached out to our colleagues, the WHO, the Malaria Elimination Program, important partners, donor partners, to see if Lagos is in a position to make that push to lead and to eliminate malaria for the first time, or get to a stage of what's defined as pre-elimination.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gives assurances of his support to end the scourge.
And if we all agree that malaria is something that has been long around, that we need to be able to deal with it, then we're on the journey to solving it.
The Lagos State Government, the World Bank Impact Team, and other partners are collaborating to ensure increased testing, proper diagnosis, and public enlightenment to bring an end to malaria in Lagos. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abapoya, NTA News.
Also, the Lagos State Government is committed to fostering an environment that promotes innovation, supports responsible gaming, and digital entrepreneurship. The State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this at the 2025 African Gaming Expo in Lagos. Again, Joy Ken Abapoya reports.
Keynote address at the opening of the Africa Gaming Expo tagged Transforming the Gaming Sector with Artificial Intelligence and FinTech. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says his administration is actively working on policies and initiatives that will position Lagos as the leading hub for digital gaming, fintech solutions, and AI-driven creative enterprises in Africa.
The gaming industry has evolved beyond a traditional entertainment. Today, it's a key driver of creative economy. It's a strong generating employer of labor. It's fostering digital innovation and it's creating new revenue streams. Similarly, the fintech has revolutionized financial transactions. It has helped to expand access to digital payments and financial inclusion across the continent.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, while highlighting the transformative power of AI, says the Expo provides a platform for stakeholders, regulators, and investors to brainstorm on how AI can drive efficiency, security, and inclusivity across gaming, fintech, and entertainment.
This is more than just an expo. It's a launchpad for ideas. It's a launchpad for partnership. And we see it as a launchpad for innovation. We believe it will define the next phase of Africa's digital transformation.
More than 500 delegates from across the globe are currently participating in the 2025 Africa Gaming Expo. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abapoya, NTA News.
During the week, news filtered in that the incumbent Speaker, Lagos House of Assembly, has been stripped of her security details. Subsequently, former Speaker Mudashiru Obasa drove into the Assembly complex, accompanied by a detachment of heavily armed police personnel. He made straight for the Speaker's office that he once occupied and forced his way to gain entry. Lawmakers can be seen gathering under the huts in the garden, discussing the situation as heavy presence of police personnel have been deployed in and around the House of Assembly complex. Loyalists and supporters of the removed Speaker, Obasa, came in their numbers in several numbers of commercial buses, singing and pledging loyalty to the former Speaker. The situation at the House of Assembly was quite tense as air of uncertainty pervades the entire legislative complex. Lagos State government set to create a database of unapproved schools with a view to locating them and tackling the challenges of out-of-school children across the metropolis. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education Jamiu Ali Balogun stated this at the event where more private schools receive approval letters to formalize their operations in Lagos. Musa Toliyet has the details.
Is grappling with increasing influx of people, just like the need to regulate proliferation of schools to sustain academic excellence remains on front burner. This informed the presentation of letters of approval to these school owners who have painstakingly followed due process to legally operate in Lagos. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, who was represented, says the government is poised to tackling the challenge of out-of-school children through school registration. The Office of Education Quality Assurance has also introduced new security measures to avoid unauthorized duplication of letters of approval.
We have initiated registration process for all schools in Lagos State, whether they are approved or not. They must be on our database. We must know where they are, and once we are able to know where they are, we'll be able to reach out to them and know their situation. From there, we'll be able to support them with whatever it's required for them to move up to the level of approval. And from there, we know that the out-of-school phenomenon of out-of-school children in Lagos State will be reduced drastically.
Participants react to the event.
I actually appreciate the Lagos State government, the Quality Assurance Department, because they did a lot. They tried to put in quality in the process, so which made it a lot of rigorous process, but thank God we scaled through.
70 schools comprising 29 secondary and 41 nursery and primary schools were issued letters of approval. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
You are live on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a break. After the short timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
Customers' needs are our priority. We give you all the attention you need. With us, our customers are king. Located at kilometer 40, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Ijoko, Ogun State. Sono Plastics Limited. We're just a phone call away. Contact us through 080-2783-5332. You can reach us through any of our lines and social media handles. Sono Plastics Limited. Come. Let us treat you like a king.
Chief, you are welcome. Oh, this people says. Oh, thank God, the light is back.
Oh, again? Why are you still living in the past? Have you not heard of solar?
Chief, forget all these fake products in the market.
Don't get mad. Get Viforce and Zantres American solar battery and panel. It is the original Indian product in the market. Approved by Sun. Viforce and Zantres America. Tubular battery. They have super inverter, Zantres MPPT controller, and street light for church, offices, factories, mosque, hospital, even industries. Visit Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited, head office, Easy Blessed Plaza, F10 and 11, Alaba Arago Junction, Alaba International Market. Ring them on 08036 830 557 08039 644 115. Viforce and Zantres America. Solution to steady life.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News. We proceed with the stories that made headlines during the week. In furtherance of its commitment to promote due diligence with a view to checking needless incidents of collapsed building, Lagos State government has continued to engage stakeholders in the build sector to understand the need for materials testing at the construction site. This played out at a town hall meeting organized by the Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory Agency for Construction Assistance in Lagos. Musa Toliet has the visuals.
Single incident of collapsed building has far-reaching devastating impacts on the lives of residents, and businesses are also not spared. The reasons for such disasters have always revolved around ignorance and sharp practices, which negates building codes, standards, and safety regulations. This gathering is convened by the Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory Agency to educate construction artisans and community leaders to understand the significance of using quality tested materials at construction sites in Ojo, Alaba, and Badagry axis of the state. Stakeholders took turns to seek clarifications on what it takes to be safety and standards compliant. The Stakeholders Forum was also meant to stress the Lagos State government's resolve to providing rigorous quality control and testing services to ensure that construction materials used in Lagos State are fit for purpose and meet the required standards.
They need to implement the teachings, what they learned, the type of water they need to use to mix, for them to mix their materials, and how to identify even some of these impersonators that comes to visit them while on site. I think they are now equipped to be able to do that.
Some of the stakeholders react to the knowledge shared at the forum.
We learn a lot, and if they continue to relate with the artisan, we will continue to eradicate the building collapse in our society. Let us see that is a correct material, is an accurate one, any material soever that go on in building industry. We attend the program. So when we reach house, we will talk about it in our association. That's what we next day. So we are so sorry, and we are happy if this program can continue like this again.
The theme of the forum is fostering collaboration in averting building disasters across all local communities. In Lagos, Musa Toliad, NTA News.
In what seems like a renewed vigor to ending the era of sale of wholesome products in Abia State's Ariaria International Drug Section and Tenant Road's drug market have been shut down by the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. Shop-to-shop evaluation of products are ongoing while fake products are identified and classified. Ikechukwu Indukwe report.
It is in the news again for the wrong reason. NAFDAC has sued some sections of Eziokwu Market for the sale of unwholesome products. It's good. Just last week, Vekumi and Tenant Road Drug Market were seized by NAFDAC for changing expired dates, selling unregistered and adulterated products.
We have also screened 2 warehouses that by intelligence we were led to, and those warehouses we've moved out about 14 trucks, 14 10 tons truck filled with expired products.
What we are actually following up is what we call marketing surveillance and control. We have to ensure that what we have in the market are surveyed regularly.
This is just one of the sessions that is undergoing investigation in a Kumi drug market. From interaction with NAFDAC officials, they've come up with explanations on how some of the drugs and products here, the expiring dates are being revalidated by these fakers, making them unsafe for human consumption. If you come to Ariaria International Market, the drug section is a whole lot of places, different sections. This is just one, and they are using this opportunity to call on Nigerians to report such suspicious acts anywhere they could be found. NTA News.
The National Association of Governments Approved Freight Forwarders has urged the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarding in Nigeria to regulate the profession to ensure that only professionals are involved in clearing processes at the port. Omete Tredu tells us more.
Regulation of freight forwarding in Nigeria is to engage in meaningful interactions that will bring about development in the export and import industry. Speaking, the Registrar Chief Executive of CRFFN, Kingsley Igwe, said after much consultation, the Council concluded to strengthen and boost the service of freight forwarders by building capacity for better practices.
As agency that regulates logistics services, we set the standards, we define even the standard of operation and the conditions of the service that should be administered, and possibly the regulation of certain charges by the service providers.
While receiving executive of CRFFN, National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, says CRFFN will provide a roadmap for resolving outstanding issues affecting members. The national president, Tochukwu Ezisi, also demands that the council should strengthen the regulatory and enforcement framework to prevent activities of unlicensed and unregistered freight forwarders.
As we come together, let us take a moment to recognize the indispensable role of CRFFN in shaping, regulating, and elevating our industry. Your steadfast commitment to maintaining a professionalism, upholding ethical standards, and advocating for excellence is nothing short of inspiring.
Also, the founder of NAGAF suggested some of the way forward.
The register of freight forwarders was compiled based on licenses issued by the customs. That was it. But that's to the contrary. That's not the right thing to do. Freight forwarding feels more of a natural person. Freight forwarding, by extension, takes you straight to cabotage legislation.
It is expected that the visit will enhance the development of the import and export business in the country. In Lagos, Ometerechi Edu, NTA News.
And that concludes the news. Thanks for staying with us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde.